Makeup Basics with Rachel. Let's talk foundation. We're gonna go over how to choose the right color and how to apply your foundation. The first step is choosing the right formula for you. In other words, choosing what kind of coverage you want. If you want something that feels really light on your skin, but just evens out your complexion, then you're gonna want a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. These are gonna slightly hide imperfections while evening the skin tone. They help to hide any redness, yet your skin is still going to show through. If you're more like me and wanna hide any dark spots, hyperpigmentation, maybe some breakouts, and you want an overall flawless coverage, then you're gonna wanna go with an actual foundation. So now that you know whether you want an actual foundation or a tinted moisturizer or BB cream, the next step is to find the right color. You wanna figure out what your skin's undertone is. So are you warm, are you cool, or are you neutral? One of the ways to do this is to look at your veins. If your veins are more blue or purple, that pretty much means you are cool tone, and in cool tone foundations are gonna have pink and red undertones. If your veins are warm or olive, then you're more likely to do better in warm tones, and warm tone products have more of a yellow undertone. If you can't figure it out, or you're like me and you see both green and blue, that could possibly mean that you are neutral, which means you can wear both warm and cool tones. Once you know your undertone, then that helps narrow down what color to get, because you know whether to grab a cool tone, a neutral, or a warm tone. You can easily figure out what the undertone in a color is by looking at the color name or style number. If there is a C at the end or in the number, then that means cool. If there's a W in the number, that means warm. And if there's an N, that means neutral. You want to pick out 2 to 3 shades that you think best match you, and then you're going to test these on your skin. You do this by taking a small swatch of the product and running it along your jawline. And you can even bring it down on your neck. You want to do this with a couple of colors. You can see I'm doing it with a color called Dewy and then a color called Cream Beige, which you can see is definitely a little warmer. The color that melts into your skin or disappears is going to be your match. I mean, you can barely even see that dewy there, so we know this is my color. Now that we have our color, let's talk about application. There is no wrong way to apply your foundation. However, the way you apply it can determine the type of coverage you get. You can simply take it on your hands and rub it in. By doing it this way, you're just going to even out your complexion, and it's gonna give you a little bit of a lighter coverage. However, if you want it to be more of a full coverage and cover those imperfections, you want to stipple your foundation on. I'm just putting a little bit on my face, and then you wanna take a brush that's dense. You can also use a wet beauty sponge or beauty blender. And then what you're gonna do is, in a stippling motion, you're just going to blend that all out. So I like to stipple it in the places I want more coverage, which is my cheek area, in the middle of my face, and my chin here. And then I like to blend it down along my jawline. So see how this side looks a little bit more flawless, even though I use the same product? You wanna make sure your foundation is blended out nice and smooth. So I take my time to make sure it's all blended in, just because it is the foundation to all the rest of the makeup that you're gonna apply over it. That is Foundation Basics. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below.